this is how much I made on Fiverr in over a year as a freelancer. Well, as a video editor. This video is going to be pretty raw. No fancy editing or whatsoever. I kind of just want to tell you my experience on Fiverr and how much I made in over a year. So this is my dashboard. As you can see, I have 3 payments being cleared, $292, and earnings to date, $10,000. Now, to be clear, this isn't that much, okay? But a lot of my clients did want to take things offline, like off Fiverr, usually after a few orders. So a lot of them did do that afterwards. I had 2 other clients that I was working with, throughout the months that I found from Fiverr. One of them, I had a package with one of them for $800 a month, and the other one was for $500 a month. And these are for like shorts videos, just for the YouTube. But add it all up, and in total, I guess that would be about what, $25,000 in the last year. If you actually break that down, I don't think that's even like, that's just like barely minimum wage. These are these right here are all my previous orders. So as you can see, all the money I made, and then all the stuff that I've taken out. So I mean, for what it is, it's not bad, to be able to work online, to work from home, to have the amount of flexibility and freedom that I can from Fiverr. It's been good. It's I've liked doing it. But yeah, I've been doing this for a year now, full time. I feel like I'm not really using this to its fullest potential. I'm not like maximizing the profits. One, for I don't really know how, and 2, my plan in the last year, when I moved back home initially, I wanted to start a business. I was going to start an agency, going to hire a few editors, and my main goal was to just focus on getting clients, because if I show you, I actually I get a lot of messages. But for a lot of them, I do reject to take their order, to take their work, mainly because depending on the work size of the project, I kind of dictated whether or not they'd be worth doing. And just for a lot of them, I just usually just pick the easiest ones. But I was gonna turn this into an agency, hire out a few editors, but I did do that for like a month or 2. But I realized pretty quick, I don't like managing people. I don't like, not knowing when the video is gonna come in, and I would have to like keep pestering them. And the second reason was the other editor I had. So I had 2 editors I was working with. The first one, he was actually pretty good. It was just more so I was just stressed out waiting for his order to come in. But the second guy, or I guess it wasn't really permanent, but I've worked with a few editors. Just their editing wasn't up to my par, wasn't up to my standard. And so I would probably have to train them to, get them up to standard, but I don't really want to do that. So for the most part, I've done this all solo, just myself. I've just taken on the projects, edited myself. And the thing with video editing is it takes a long time. So as one person, as a one-man team, I can only get so much done, which explains why, this is the most I was able to make, which again isn't too bad for what it is. But I feel like I'm also not maximizing my profits. Let's see my analytics. But Fiverr as a whole, if you're looking to get started, there you go. Fiverr as a whole, I say it was like, I definitely had fun doing this because I worked with a lot of different clients, which means a lot of different projects and unique kind of videos. It was cool to go behind the scenes and see how everything was done. And a lot of the projects that I took really pushed me out of my comfort zone. So I feel like I've leveled up as a video editor. I've learned so many new things. So, that on top of the amount that I've made, I'd say it's worth it. But again, the raw truth of working as a Fiverr editor or as a video editor online is that you're not going to be making that much, especially when you're starting out. I feel like once you really hit those really big clients, um, that's when the big money comes. But it does take time. So as you can see in my analytics here, the total amount of orders I completed was 137. Again, a lot of them took this thing offline or off Fiverr. So the amount of orders I've actually made for clients is way more than that. On time, 100%. Order completion, 90%. For this, a lot of the times people, and I always tell clients, like I even wrote in my gig to message me first, but a lot of the times people just, not a lot of the times, but sometimes people just put in the order and they don't even have the footage yet. They'll be like, yeah, I'll have it in 2 weeks, but there's a 4-day limit on that fucking order. Like you can't just, I can't extend it that long, you know, because I have other projects to do, but you know, that's why my thing is at 90%. Overall though, it's been pretty good. People are pretty good about messaging you. Average selling price was $98. Taken, I started at $15. 15 for videos. And then slowly, I think within like 6 months, I was able to raise it up to like 85. And then now, this is the average, but usually I sell them like, I feel like my actual average is $125 per video because I usually charge that much for a less than 10-minute video. And then earnings to date, $10,000. So again, not too bad, but I feel like your time could be, like if you want to make big money, starting an agency is definitely the way to go, but you just have to know how to do it properly, which I don't really. I feel like I've gotten really comfortable with where I'm at, so I've just been kind of living off of this. But also, again, I've come to find that I don't think I'm really meant to run a business like that, to be like a fucking business boss like that. Only because I want this YouTube channel to work out. I want this to be, you know, my source of income. I want to just actually do the work for myself, you know. But if you do like the idea of building your own business and working with different clients and stuff, this is definitely a good way to go. The thing I like about Fiverr is that I can just put up my gig and then all these people will just hit you up. So yeah, you get a bunch of different people hitting you up. But again, a lot of the times I reject a lot of these orders because, you know, just based from talking to the client like firsthand, based on my initial interaction with them, I can kind of dictate whether or not they're going to be someone hard to work with. By hard, I mean if they're gonna be picky about certain aspects of the video and stuff, and I can already tell some of them are already gonna want like a bunch of revisions. So yeah, I'm pretty picky when it comes to orders. I like to choose the easiest ones because those are the best. My favorite ones to do are like shorts. If you're gonna start as a video editor on Fiverr, I suggest, if you want to like to just purely focus on shorts. Everybody wants them, and you can bulk them up, you know, all together. And generally, if you have a good client, they're willing to pay whatever price that that you want. But yeah, they're easy to make, usually pretty quick, and you can charge, when you bulk them together, you can charge a good amount. Let me just show you my ratings. I did take like a 3-month break from, what was it, June until like September when that was when I just open everything back up. But yeah, these are my ratings. It did fall a little, so in the past month I was trying to like, you know, just bring everything back up. But yeah, overall my success score is pretty, I mean, everything seems pretty green right now. Some could be better than others, like my response rate. I don't get how it's at 92. I swear to God, I've responded to everyone. And I got a warning, because just a heads up, like Fiverr is pretty fucking anal about, you know, giving out your information about working outside of Fiverr. That's why I got this warning, because I gave someone my email and they're like, oh, don't do that, bad. But here's my so I got 2 gigs, one for like this UGC ad thing where I just, you know, promote their ads, and then the other one for my video editing. I have about 80 reviews. Actually, the other day I got my first 3-star review. And this guy was, I didn't catch it at first, but you know, the whole process, he didn't even give me all the correct footage. So I had to make like a whole new thing from scratch, and I don't know, it was frustrating working with him, but you know, it is what it is. It's only one, and it was bound to happen at some point, you know. But overall, everything else has been 5-starred. When it comes to this, just make sure that you actually deliver like a quality product. You know, you don't want to just half-ass this, because what matters the most is a review. If you can get a good review, that can get you like 5 more clients. And they'll recommend you to your friends and whatever. But the review is what you need the most, you know? Because then that's like your leverage. Then you can fucking increase your prices, even just based off of those. For an average video, I usually charge $120, $125 for them. And this is all USD. For shorts, I charge about $45. And generally, you'll know you get a good client when they don't complain about the prices. When you just say your prices and they're just like, okay, let's do it. Usually those are the good ones to work with, because then they don't really bring up as many problems and want as many revisions, because they kind of just, you know, they know what they want. But if people are trying to haggle you and whatever, I usually I don't tend to waste my time on those. If they're trying to be like, let me make you a deal, like $25 for this, like, no, I'm gonna just, if you don't agree with my prices, then just go somewhere else. What I've come to find that what most clients look for too is just the amount of competence you have going into a project. You know, do you understand what they want? Do you know how? You got to do more than just know how to video edit. You know, you got to understand their vision, you got to understand the message that they're trying to convey, and you got to just be able to effectively communicate with them. Like with video editing, it's very competitive, but also a lot of the video editors too, like a lot of the cheap ones, are from overseas, and you know, I get it. Like it's a good side hustle to do, but a lot of them aren't very good with English, aren't very proficient with it. It's not their fault, you know, but that leaves a gap in the market where there's people who just want someone that knows whatever they're saying and to actually implement it well. So if you're just competent, you know, you'll get a lot more, you'll get some better clients. But yeah, this is how much I've made in over a year. Again, this is the raw reality of being a solo freelancer, is that the amount of work that you're putting in for the amount of profit that you're actually making, it's not that much, you know. But you do get the freedom and flexibility to be your own boss and do whatever you want. If you really want to make more, you either gotta go down the agency route, or you gotta just charge more. But again, when you charge more, you actually gotta bring more to the table, or you just gotta fucking not have a life and just literally do video after video after video, which I couldn't really do because I get drained pretty quick. I'd rather, like, working on videos is fun, but working my own videos is so much better. So whenever I'm working on a client's videos, like, I'm using up all my creative juices for this, and I need time to like recoup myself. So it's kind of hard to just go back to back with videos, but also because I'm fucking lazy, you know. So, but back in January when I was like really fucking on this, I was making one video a day, so that was like $125 a day for like five to 6 days a week, you know. And which wasn't bad. That's like, I don't know quick maths, what, like $600-700 a week. Again, though, that's only like barely minimum wage. So yeah, the amount of output you do can also really affect that, because even though I am only charging that much, if I made more videos for clients, I feel like I could definitely make a lot more. But again, video editing takes a long time, and I'm just one person, and my brain gets fried after like 3 videos. So is it worth it? This isn't something I want to do, like, you know, for the rest of my life. This is definitely, I feel like it's better as a side hustle. I am going to be shutting down my services soon because I'll be joining the army, but as a side hustle, this is definitely great. Like, if you have a full-time job and you need extra money, definitely look into video editing. I know Upwork also, Upwork has a lot. I've heard it's better, but I haven't actually tried it myself because I don't want to build a portfolio. You know, I'd rather just put up my gig and have people hit me up. Also, some tips for your gig. Actually show your face, and in that video, show not only your skills, but again, how competent you are. I was lucky. I was able to get my first few clients because my intro gig was I guess it was decent. You know, I was able to sell myself pretty well. But once you get through the first like few clients, then orders will start rolling in a lot more often after that. But your first few clients will take a bit to attract, because it took me like a month and a half to get my first client. And again, this was for $15 a video. But this is when I had my rap gig. You know, I was doing like music video edits. But yeah, once you get those reviews, like they'll start rolling in more. But again, if you do plan on doing this full time, I suggest turning it into an agency if you can. You just gotta do your own research, gotta figure out how to do it for yourself. But for me, for a lazy motherfucker like me, this is the amount I made. Oh, also, it takes about like 14 days for your orders to clear. So that's also I mean, I guess if you think about it, that's like the same as waiting for a paycheck bi-weekly. But it is a bit of a nuisance sometimes, because I do just want to get fucking paid. That's why it's good to like focus on your analytics, like your hold on, let me just show you. So orders would take about 14 days, something like this. But that's why it's good to look at to keep track of your analytics, your metrics, because the higher level you are, I'm level 2 right now. If you meet all these metrics, you'll slowly level up, and as you progress with being top rated, not only will you get ranked higher, but you will also get your payments processed a lot faster, and you'll get like access to some more of their like, I think they have like courses and stuff. I think you do have to subscribe to those like with actual money, but there are some resources that they do give to you for free. Yeah, my warning. Again, I feel like I have been, even though I've been doing this for over a year, like I haven't really maximized everything to its fullest potential. Like all this little different tabs and stuff. Because again, although I like video editing for clients, like I much prefer making my own videos, and I much prefer just focusing on my own brand rather than building someone else's. However, I am very glad that I did all of this, because I've learned so much. All the different videos I've made, like my portfolio has grown exponentially since this. And again, if you get a good client, like a good paying client, and you actually get work outside of Fiverr and you become partners, that's even better, because like I said earlier, I had 2 clients that I found off of this that turned into, you know, like a long-term partnership. One of them was paying me $800 a month, and the other was paying me $500. Yeah, for what it was, like it's not bad, you know. I was able to live off of this. I love the freedom it gives you, and you can always just book time off. You can always just reject orders if you don't want to do it. But definitely, I think if you want to like make this into a living, I feel like you can do it through this, because the amount of connections you make, you know, it's pretty worth it. But overall, I think it's better to just have something. This is better off as like a side hustle, so you're not like slaving yourself away, because that's how I feel like sometimes. Like the average 10-minute video, depending on the topic and what kind of content it actually is, like it takes me a good 8 to 12 hours maybe to make. And for $125 for 8 to 12 hours it's kind of ridiculous. But I've had to stay up so late just to finish some videos on time. But you know, overall, it was a good experience. I'm glad I did it. Let me know if you want to learn more about Fiverr or anything, or if you want to learn more about being a video editor in general. Again, I think my end goal is always this YouTube, my own brand, this YouTube channel. Because I will be going to the army, I'm going to be switching up my content a lot more. I won't be able to do my usual going outside and interviewing people or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you want to see more.